Unit 3. Selling. Track 25. Extract 1.
I like shopping for things I'm interested in buying, like clothes, but I really hate going to the supermarket. I just find it really boring, walking round and round looking for things. Supermarkets don't seem very well organised for customers. They have fruit and vegetables near the entrance, but then heavy things are further away, and they move things around, which makes it difficult. Often the staff don't know where things are and can't help you.
Unit 3. Selling. Track 26. Extract 2.
I love the internet for shopping. I buy lots of things on it. It's just so easy and convenient. Most retailers now work online. You can compare prices and products so easily. I also like the auction sites like eBay. You can get some real bargains. Some people say it's risky to shop this way. Things can go wrong, but I've never had a problem. A lot of my friends like shopping malls, but I really hate them. They're always so crowded, and they make me feel tired.
Unit 3. Selling. Track 27. Extract 3.
I enjoy the experience of shopping. You know, being a customer, being made to feel special. I prefer specialist shops where service is more personal, where people remember you, know your name and can help you. I also like trying to get discounts when I'm shopping, actually doing a deal with the assistants. I really enjoy shopping for shoes. I don't think it's something you can do on the internet, although I know people do.
Unit 3. Selling. Track 28.
What does QVC do?
QVC is a global multi-channel retailer. We sell product across a wide variety of categories, from food through to fashion, through to accessories, through to beauty, to gardening and DIY. And we sell to consumers in Germany, Japan, USA, UK and Italy. And we sell both through the television and online.
Unit 3. Selling. Track 29.
What's the secret of a really good sales presentation?
Firstly, having a product that you can easily demonstrate and a product that has a good story behind it. Secondly, that the person who's actually giving the sales presentation can engage with their audience in a credible fashion, can tell the story very clearly and can demonstrate the features and benefits of each product in a very clear and easy to understand way.
Can you give us an example of how you develop a sales pitch?
First of all, it's all in the preparation. So it's all about knowing the product inside and out, what the product can do, what it can't do, when it is suitable, when the product isn't suitable, and then be able to demonstrate the product to its best advantage in a very clear and precise fashion, but also in an engaging way.
Unit 3. Selling. Track 30.
What was QVC's most successful product sale and why?
We have many successful product areas. One of our strongest is beauty. Beauty works so well on TV for two reasons. First of all, each beauty brand has a fantastic story behind it, and we can really bring life to the brand and to the product presentation through telling that story in a very engaging way. And secondly, each product is very easy to demonstrate. So if it's a skincare product like a moisturiser, we can show how to apply it, how much to apply in order to give the best effects. Finally, we add another layer to our sales presentation in that we may invite the expert behind that product to tell the story.
Are some types of product easier to sell than others?
Yes, and in fact some products are very difficult to sell on our business model. So take fragrance for example. Clearly the main piece you want to communicate with a fragrance is how it smells, and that can be very challenging to do through a television environment.
Unit 3. Selling. Track 31.
How has online shopping altered the way you sell?
It's given us a fantastic opportunity to sell in a different way to our consumers. So if a customer wants to buy a skincare product at 10 o'clock at night, and perhaps on air we're showing a gardening item, she can now go down to our website, she can browse through the range of product online that suit her at that moment in time. She can see an image of the product, she can see the product description, she can see what other customers think about the product through our ratings and reviews service, and as well she can see the video demonstration. So it opens up our range of 15,000 products to the customer at any time, day or night.
Unit 3. Selling. Track 32.
So, your plan is to provide electric cars in your town centre. People will rent them to do their shopping, go about their business and so on, right?
Yes. Pollution is a big problem here. We're trying all sorts of ideas to reduce it. We're interested in starting with 10 electric cars. If it works, we'll increase the number later on. I see from your price list that a standard two-seater car will cost about 12,000 euros. Is that correct?
Yes. The price includes transport and insurance costs. If you order 10 vehicles, you'll be paying us about 100,000 euros, minus the 2% discount we offer a new customer. But if you increased your order, we could offer a much higher discount.
Okay. How much would that be?
Well, for an order of 20 or more vehicles, the discount would be 5%.
I see. Let me think about it. What about delivery? We'd like to start the program in June, if possible.
To be honest, that's a bit early for us. We've got a lot of customers waiting for delivery. We could possibly deliver by late August, all being well.
That might be okay, if you can guarantee delivery by then.
I'd have to discuss it with our production department. I'll get back to you on that.
Good. How about the warranty? We'd like a long period.
It's for 2 years. That's what we normally offer.
Only 2 years? You know, if you could offer us a longer warranty, we'd be delighted. How about 5 years?
Well, that's much longer than normal. It could be all right, as long as you pay more for the longer period. I don't know. I'll check with my colleagues. I can't give you a decision right away.
Okay. What about payment? Do you offer credit terms?
I'm afraid not. It's company policy for a new customer. We need payment by bank transfer on receipt of the goods. Oh, and we ask for a down payment of 20% of the value of the order.
A down payment as well? I see. Right. Well, I think we've covered some of the main points. How about some lunch now? After lunch, I'd like to discuss after-sales service. It's important for us that you give reliable sales support.
Unit 3. Selling. Track 33.
I suggest the first item should be the length of the agreement. We need to agree how many years we want it to be for. And after that, let's talk about the number of rooms you want and what types of rooms you'd like to reserve for your customers, okay?
Yes, that makes sense to me. First the length of the contract and then the number and type of rooms. After that, I suppose services come next. That item could take some time to discuss.
Yes, I think it'll take the most time. So services will be the third item on the agenda, and I'll allow quite a bit of time for that. Next, how about advertising?
No, I think that should come later. We need to talk about the rates next, and especially any discounts you can offer on your listed prices.
Okay, rates can come before advertising. We'll probably have quite a long discussion about discounts, so I'll make time for that. And then, finally, we can talk about advertising costs. I hope that won't take too long. How's that?
That's fine. I'm happy with the agenda. I think it covers all the main points we need to talk about.
Good. See you next week then. Goodbye.
Bye.
Working Across Cultures 1. Track 34.
Many of you will travel to foreign countries on business or go to international conferences and sales fairs. Some of you may end up living and working in a foreign country. For all of you, cultural and social awareness will be important if you want to become effective communicators when you're abroad. Today, I'm going to look at saying no politely. Whenever you say yes to a request, you are doing so at a cost. That cost is usually your time. Sometimes you just have to say no. I remember 2 embarrassing occasions when I had to say no. One was in Finland, when a business friend invited me to a sauna. I just felt uncomfortable. The other was in Hungary, a country where it's sometimes okay to share private details. Someone asked me something rather personal. Again, I felt a bit uncomfortable. In the first part of my talk, I'm going to look at 5 tips for saying no politely. Firstly, pay attention. Listen carefully and make sure you don't say no before the other person has even finished making their request. Listen to the request with an open mind. Secondly, offer alternatives. You may even be able to recommend someone else who is more suitable. Thirdly, show sympathy if someone asks you to do something that you can't do. Show that you genuinely wanted to help. Next, be as clear as possible to avoid misunderstandings. Don't say maybe when you really mean no. And finally, avoid long reasons and excuses. Sometimes the less you say, the better. The times I've had to say no the most is when customers have wanted huge discounts. As long as you can say no politely with a smile, followed by a genuine "I'm sorry," then you should be fine.
Working Across Cultures 1. Track 35.
In the second part of my talk, I'll look at saying no in different countries. Japanese people hate saying no. They don't even like using negative endings to verbs, and they don't like any confrontation. So it's important to look at their non-verbal communication. They believe in harmony. They think that turning down someone's request causes embarrassment and loss of face to the other person. Many negotiators have come away from meetings in Japan thinking they have got agreement when in fact they haven't. Indonesians can also communicate indirectly. They don't like to cause anyone embarrassment by giving a negative answer. So the listener has to work out what they really mean. In fact, Bahasa Indonesian has 12 ways of saying no, and also other ways of saying yes, when the real meaning is no. The Chinese will often avoid saying no. They have an expression which means, "We'll do some research and discuss it later," which is a polite way of saying no. Silence in China can also imply that there are problems. Silence in the Arab world is quite common, however, and does not necessarily mean no. The Arab world does not find silence difficult. However, saying no in the wrong situations can have bad consequences. An American business friend of mine once refused a cup of coffee from a Saudi businessman at the start of a meeting. In America, that wouldn't have been a problem, but this was seen as rather rude by the Saudi host, and the meeting was unsuccessful. My friend should have accepted the coffee and just had a small cup. I'll now move on to
Working Across Cultures 1. Track 36. 1.
Would you like to go out for a meal later?
Thanks for the invitation, but I'm not feeling so well. Maybe some other time.
2.
Would you like some more food?
Nothing more for me, thanks. It was delicious.
3.
Shall we meet up next Tuesday?
I'm sorry. I'd love to, but I have other plans that evening.
4.
Please stay a little bit longer.
I've had a wonderful time, and I wish I could, but I really have to go.
5.
Can you check that the fire exit notices are all in the right place, please?
I'm afraid you've come to the wrong person. You'll have to ask Ingrid in Health and Safety.
Leave a like and subscribe.